Hello fellow YouTubers. So as you probably know, I am part of the Help for Heroes YouTube project that's going on, and I opted to paint a Vindicator tank for the Salamander army that's gonna be auctioned off when it's finished. You can buy tickets right now for the raffle that's gonna take place in the end. Link's gonna be down in the doobly-doo. So anyway, this is the tank I painted up for the project, and it's now finished. Just gonna try and get it all in the shot here. So the look of the arm is pretty clean, not much weathering, but since this is an artillery tank and it has this great honking dozer blade in the front, I opted to make little bit of weathering down on the dozer blade that probably is churning through the mud as the tank drives. I also did some, I'm not sure how it's called in English, but I added some weathering to the panels of the tank as well. Not so much dirt and grime as just mottling in the color to break up the monotony of the pure green. Then I did some edge highlighting, as you can see, and tried my hands on adding transfers. So I'm gonna turn around a little bit so you can get a glimpse of the whole tank. In game I like the Vindicator tank because of its it has a bit of short range, but the gun on it is very devastating, and it has a kind of a fear factor when you put it on the table. It has a tendency to draw a lot of fire and spare your other parts of your army. So apart from the big Vindicator cannon in the front, this tank also has by default a storm bolter at the top. It also has searchlights and smoke launchers, so I added those. The hatch is currently not glued because of shipping purposes, so you can pull that off. It's stuck pretty good on there anyway, so you probably won't have to glue it if you don't want to. And this searchlight is also magnetized just for ease of use, and it's one of those bits that have a tendency to break off, so I thought if I magnetize it, it can fare better in that respect. So I tried to have the number designation number 1 and the Salamander logo on each facing except the rear facing, so you have it on the dozer blade on both sides, and if I tilt the tank up a little bit you can see it has it on the top as well for aircrafts flying over. If you take a look at the back here, it has this little hoist thing. Many times there's a shell that's hanging from the hoist thing, which I always think is a bit daft, because I reckon you wouldn't want to keep your munitions on the outside of a tank in battle, so I opted to just have the winch. And then to spice up the things a little bit, you can actually open up the rear hatch. I magnetized that. You can hear it snap to there. And then it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but I added some interior detail as well. I didn't want it to look just like another rhino in the inside, so I added some transfer text on the back wall there, and then a bolter and a salamander helmet sitting on the bench in there. And I also made this crate for artillery shells with plastic card, and added 2 shells to the inside. Let's see if you can turn this around a bit so you can actually see something. Well, you can kind of see the shells there in the box. I added some transfer to the front of that, and there's also an empty shell casing on the side there, and some more transfer work on there. And I also painted the control panel on the inside there, so Bit hard to see in this lighting, but it's easy to see in person when you're looking at it. So I hope that adds a bit to the model as well. Closing that up, and let's turn around for a final little shot on this. So if you haven't bought any tickets, I recommend you go over to Erik Beer's blog post about it and read up on the army. It's a great army with so many pieces contributed from some really great painters out there in the community. And for the price of tickets in the raffle, if you win, it's gonna be amazing. So go check it out. And apart from the prospect of winning the army, of course, the cause of this project is the Help for Heroes cause. And that's, I think it's a great thing to support, not only if you're from the UK, but from around the world. Those people risking their lives. And you can think what you want about the politics of what they do, but this project is about supporting the individual soldiers, not taking sides in the politics things. So that's it. I'm gonna cut it here, and I hope you liked it. There won't be any more videos about this particular tank or this project from my part. Link's gonna be down as in the doobly-doo, as I said, to the project, and there's more parts coming out, still more things added to the army, so keep an eye out and make sure to support the Help for Heroes. Until next time I see you, have a nice one and bye.